Hi, I'm Suzanne Castle. This is Training Tuesday, and we're just going to dive right in. And as you see, I am like in workout gear mode because I am trying to amp up the oxygen in my body. Let me tell you why. Because when we're feeling stuck or anxious or stressed out, the best way forward, if you don't know anything else to do, is to get oxygen. Literally flood your body with something different than that sympathetic response that's happening. That's like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And that will ramp up. So you get outside. It's a gorgeous day here in Fort Worth. Walk around, go blow bubbles in your backyard, walk around your office if that's all that you've got, like stretch a little bit, all these things that you can do that can help you get out of that mindset. So if you're here with me today and you want to talk about mistakes and breath, because that's what we're talking about today, breathing through our mistakes and showing up differently for ourselves. Let me know where you're watching from. Put your name below if you'd like. Let me know that you're here live or on replay. I'd love to know where you are. Thank you for being here. And here's the thing that I want to share. I don't want us to fear mistakes. And I want us to stop blaming ourselves when we make mistakes. And one way to do that is by holding on to breath. But here's what you probably need to start with. We can be so critical of ourselves and the things that we've done in the past, right? Is that you? Always rethinking what you did, wishing you'd done it differently. And sometimes that feeling of failure, it's kind of like this heavy, smothering blanket, right? There's regret, there's sorrow, there's guilt, there's shame, there's all this stuff that just sits on us. And instead of being able to let it go, right? Like Frozen, so many people passively suggest, oh, just let it go, just let it go. Well, great. Except sometimes it's hard to do that. And to get through it feels like an impossible feat. But I don't want us to wallow in yesterday's mistakes and wonder how it's so easy for others just to move on like there's nothing happened. First of all, it's not easy, not for all of us, okay? Some of us feel things on different levels, and we need to allow those emotions not to necessarily control us, but they do have to get out. And until we can say enough is enough and we learn how to effectively deal from defeat to perseverance, nothing is going to change. And that's what I want to share today. So we're going to talk about some things that you can do to help yourself when you're kind of living in that moment of mistake land and trying to get back to, oh my gosh, I need to breathe land. Okay. So there are some strategies that you can employ. And the first one is to really designate where you are on a risk-taking continuum, right? Hi, Crystal. Glad that you're here. Good to see you. Glad that you're joining with us today. Hi, hi, hi. So first, understand where you are on risk-taking. So do you tend to play safe and hang back? Right? And wait, think things out, make a list, like really think of all the worst possible scenarios before you take a leap. Or are you, oh my gosh, let's just go, let's just jump off the cliff and see what happens next, right? And if you are one or the other of those, sometimes you regret not jumping off the cliff, and sometimes you regret jumping off the cliff, right? Depending on which part of the spectrum or the continuum. And if you're regularly drawn kind of like to the adrenaline junkie kind of way of being in the world, understand that that is how you do what you do. And this isn't just about being self-critical, it's just awareness, right? First, to grow ourselves, we have to be aware. We have to be aware of what we do if we want to create positive change. So if you're in that mindset funkiness, and you tend to be risk averse, let's say, your next step is working out, getting beyond that. I can't do this. I can't do this. This is scary. I'm going to get eaten by the bear. You hear me talk about this a lot, right? So the first thing to do, get up and walk around. Get up and walk around. Let's just change the brain and what it's telling you, okay? If you've always played it safe, it's time to try something different. But you know what? On the same thing, if you're always leaping, right, you're kind of addicted to that adrenaline rush and you need to slow yourself down. Again, get up and move, right? It's a pattern interrupt that is really important before you're doing anything, right? If you're feeling all of those sensations, all right? Now, if you're deliberating about whether to take a leap, regardless of whether you are risk adoring or risk adverse, right? First, get in quiet in order to listen to your body and understand what's happening deep inside of you, because you have to really physically do something different to do this. So you could get up and walk around, you could go for a run, you could blow some bubbles, you could take your dogs for a walk. Heck, you could just run to the refrigerator and back and grab something if you need to, right? All you're doing is the pattern interrupt. And when you're doing that, you're like, all right, head to toe, I've just flooded my body with oxygen. And now what? What am I feeling? Am I feeling anxiousness? Is my heart rate elevated? Or, wow, that's what I needed to do because now I don't really want to do that. I'm just going to take a beat. I'm going to take a moment, right? Take mental notes of what you are observing, okay? So we're going to practice that. But then what we're going to do once we've done that, if we're recovering from a mistake, if we're facing difficult choices, if we're not really sure what to go next, we're going to offer ourselves compassion. And we do that by offering ourselves some kindness, remembering that we're not alone, that we have a story to share. And regardless of what is happening next, the first thing that's most important thing to do is to offer our own selves some kindness. Now, my favorite kind of way of doing this came from a wonderful book called Breathe, Empower, Achieve. And these are really 5-minute mindfulness exercises that come from the wonderful Shonda Morales, who is a social worker. And she's put together this great book. It's not very much. If you were in Verve in the room, you got a copy of this, and we talked about it a lot. But what I want you to do is I want you to practice this with me, and it's practice offering yourself kindness in the middle of the mistake. Okay, so what we're going to do is all you do, you might want to write this down so you can practice this, is you just want to sit quietly. So after you've gotten oxygen in your body, the next thing you want to do is sit. And I don't care how you sit, on the floor, in a chair, just be comfortable. You can sit with your eyes open, you can sit with your eyes closed. But the first thing that you're going to do is just wish kindness to fall over you. Sounds a little woo-woo, right? Because it is. All right. But first, you're just like, I want kindness to fall over me. I want kindness to fill me. And you allow that intention to flood inside of you. Remember, your brain will show up for you if you tell it what to do, right? I want kindness to fall over me. And then in that moment, after you've said that your brain is going to allow that to happen to you, then I want you to choose someone that you want kindness to fall over on, a loved one, a good friend, a situation, and wish that person kindness as well. So not only have you told your brain, I'm going to be kind to myself, now I want kindness to fall on someone else. And in that moment, I want you to feel what's happening. Notice in your body what's happening to you. And I want you to wish happiness. And then the third step is to wish kindness on someone that you don't know very well, that maybe you had a not great encounter with. If you're really brave, you could offer kindness to someone who really has hurt you deeply, reminding yourself that just like you, this person just wants to be happy. So you're going to whoosh that kindness over to them. And if you start to notice resistance or tightness anywhere right here, right, you're going to take a big, deep breath, and you're going to force your shoulders down, and you're just going to sit there. And if that's not enough, then I say shake, right? Sometimes you have to shake, infuse oxygen differently. Okay, this is a gentle practice. It's not meant to be forced in any way, shape, or form. Because when you are allowing yourself to live in kindness and compassion because you've done something wrong or you've made a mistake and you're feeling crummy about it, you have to be gentle. You have to be gentle. All right. So that's all it is. Get up and move. Figure out what's going on. Take note. Then sit. After you've moved, sit. Wish yourself kindness. Wish someone you love kindness. And then wish somebody neutral or that's hurt you kindness. And breathe. Okay, that's how to get out of this, right? So one way forward, one way how. I'm always telling my clients, there's always one way how. Sometimes we just have to stop and go, okay, what's one way how right now? Okay. Hey, if you're digging this kind of content, if you aren't able to be at Verve in the room, did you know I had so many people reach out that I'm offering a virtual version of Verve on November the 6th. It's a Saturday. And even if you can't be there, if you sign up, pay the registration fee, you get a lot of fun swag for that. You will get a recording. So if you can only be there half the day, then you can get the rest of the content, etc. So don't wait. I'm going to drop the comment below. So check the comment and check the feed for how you can sign up and check out more and bring your bestie with you. I'm Suzanne Castle. This was Training Tuesday. Go breathe and be in the world today. I'll see you soon.